I was 7 years old when I got my first dirt bike, and then eventually I became one of only a few women in the country to clear a 75-foot gap, which is the pro men's gap for X Games or Nitro Circus. Anytime you see someone doing a backflip on a dirt bike over a big gap, that's typically the gap that they're jumping. I had an opportunity to go and train with some of the top freestyle motocross riders in Australia and one of the best freestyle motocross riders in the world who was over from America, Robbie Madison. And I really wanted to start working on some tricks and see what I could do. And so I made my run up to the ramp and I hit the ramp and I knew immediately that my trajectory was off. And in freestyle motocross, there's no speedos or there's nothing on your bike telling you that you're at the exact right speed, you're going to hit it in the right body position. It's completely by feel. And because we're so intrinsically linked to what our bike is doing, you can tell very quickly how you're tracking. And I knew that I was off track. And so in the air, I remember one of my last thoughts was, this is going to really, really hurt. I'm going long. What can I do? I'm going to try and brace. What can I strong elbows, strong legs. And I flat landed. So I jumped too far and missed the landing. I was on the ground, my little brother was there, my dad ran over to me immediately. I was severely concussed, so I don't remember anything from this moment on for a while. But Dad has told me what happened since. And after a diagnosis there and a full body CT scan, discovered that I had fractured my pelvis in 6 places. I had severe internal bleeding. Maybe I'll walk again, but will I ever walk the same? Will I ever be able to run? Will I ever laugh with my friends and be able to go to the beach and just have a fun time? Will I be able to be a mum and have a family? I couldn't shower myself. I couldn't take care of myself. I was in pain every second of every day. You can't get away from it. You have to lie on those brakes and just try and let time pass. I'm angry, I'm in pain, I'm questioning. I don't know the value of prayer right now. And that's something I've grown up my entire life, believing that prayer makes change, seeing that prayer changes things. And this was the moment I needed those prayers the most, and it felt like, is God even listening? I don't know. It's been a journey of looking back and trying to understand suffering in a new way. Maybe things weren't what I once thought they were. Maybe suffering isn't something that God can just excuse us from or protect us from, or maybe suffering isn't positive, but maybe suffering can produce something positive. Then I found him in moments of understanding him and suffering and people and love and empathy and compassion in ways I never would have without this experience. And I don't think we would never choose to suffer in order to care for other people on such a deep level. And I think that makes sense. No one wants to endure pain. In fact, if I could go back, I would take away the pain and the mental trauma and what I had to go through. I would so quickly take that away. But I don't want to give up who I've become because of it. That leads me to wonder if suffering isn't something to hate. Maybe there are things you gain through suffering that you cannot have access to unless you've been through it. And I think in the Bible, Paul goes one step further to say, in Romans 5:3, that we rejoice in our sufferings, for we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character hope. And to be honest, if someone had said that to me in my hospital bed the first time, I probably would have thrown something at them. I would have thought, nothing And I wouldn't have been laughing, I probably would have been angry, saying, how dare you imply that anything positive could ever come of this? Nothing good will ever come of this suffering. I can't see it. It won't happen. But it's only in retrospect that I can see what this experience produced in me. And I can see that what Paul writes makes complete sense. I feel I'm still on the journey myself. It only happened last year, but I can see that I'm gaining perseverance and I've gained character and I'm gaining hope. And I think something so beautiful that I've also learned is, of course, we gain those things for ourselves, but when you endure suffering and you're walking with God, you gain access to those things and they can be used as a gift for other people. And whether it's grief or loss or relational breakdown, whatever it is, it holds so much value if you can use it to care for and love people.
Hey, I'm Paula, and I'm part of the team at Streams Studio. We want to invite you to something special.
In the coming months, we plan to make our videos accessible to new audiences by sharing our videos in different languages.
Right now, just under 20% of the world's population speaks English.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but nearly 100% of our videos are in English.
Our goal is to reach the other 80%, where English isn't spoken, but where the hope and encouragement of Jesus is still desperately needed. And we need your help to make this happen.
Between now and July 18th, every donation to Stream Studio will go directly to this language expansion project. And the good news is that we have some incredibly generous donors who will be doubling every gift given.
So if our videos have impacted your life, and if you have the means to give, we invite you to donate today at streams-studio.com. And every pound or dollar you give will be matched before July 18th.
Your gift will make a huge difference in ensuring someone struggling finds the encouragement that they need in their own language.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.